to ask her one question, what would that question be?
What's outside the simulation?
Say in your mind, say to yourself, I am more than my physical body, because I am more than physical matter. I can perceive that which is greater than the physical world.
Do not know all the answers to the questions about reality. Do not claim to know the ultimate truth about life. I seek that which has been made hidden as a part of a family of explorers of consciousness. I'm the void one.
Welcome to Lighting the Void.
All broadcasting in New York, upstate, near the Great Lakes, it's Lighting the Void, and I'm your host, Joe Roop. It is this Moon Day night, our Moon Day night special, or a special late Valentine's night broadcast here on the Fringe FM. This is Lighting the Void. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Nightstalker's here with me. We're going to go, since we don't air on Sunday nights, we're going to do our fun little Valentine's thing tonight. If this is your first time listening to the show, we talk about all things conscious exploration, the human potential, and pretty much we like to talk about the occult, astral travel, the paranormal, fringy stuff. It's pretty eclectic, though. We talk about a lot of stuff on the show. If you want to support the show, please do. Please do. We could definitely use it. Go to lightingthevoid.com, sign up to be a member so you can get all the back stuff there, tarot readings, astrology reports, astral journal, the Outside the Shack podcast. It's gonna pick up in frequency, by the way. I'm gonna try to simplify it, but right now I got a lot of content to make up there, and as well as thanks for the new patrons. We got 3 or 4 more new ones, so thank you guys so much for signing up. I really appreciate it. You can also make a one-time donation there at the website, or grab some swag, or grab an altar box. And thanks, Nightstalker, for coming on and putting yourself on the chopping block again. That's awesome of you.
What's going on, brother? Glad to be here. I'm glad one of us is having thinks Valentine's Day is fun.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, people don't know, on the side, I do love counseling. Some people call me Dr. Love and Nightstalker. We decided
I was surprised to learn this. I didn't know this about you, but I'm glad this is the case, because I need some help.
Yeah.
Like, we did the auction last year, and that was fun and everything. But now, fast forward a year later, and the pandemic started, and we're worse off than we were before. I don't know. It seems like ever since that show, everything's just gone downhill, and I'm lonelier than I've ever been. So, love stinks, Joe.
Love does stink. How do you feel about that auction, though? Did it make you feel good, or did you feel worse?
It was fun. No, I felt great. We were flying high, and then all of a sudden, fate just hit us with this pandemic, and just pulled the rug right out from under us. My chances of finding love were dashed. I was sitting pretty. I was flying high,
Yeah.
Too bad. Now it's just, I don't know. I'm just like this raw nerve. I don't know if I'm ready for love anymore. I don't know what love is anymore, but
I understand. And especially in this Aquarius energy where it's all about self-love. I put this on Facebook too. Even if you're alone on Valentine's Day, learn self-love. Love yourself today, and the ones you're fortunate enough to have, or ones that are fortunate enough to have your love and that love you. Use this Aquarius energy to co-create with the divine inside you. Be grateful to those that have loved and admired you, even if it was only for a fleeting moment. And this is my favorite thing about life. The dance between the yin and yang energy of love. It's the best thing about life to me. It deserves to be celebrated. But you don't believe that. I'm going to try to change your mind.
So I don't know if I can believe it. I don't know. You got your work cut out for you later on.
Well, I got to try. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't try to change your mind, then I mean, it's all lost. It's hopeless. Don't you think?
It is hopeless. It might be hopeless. I think you took the words right out of my mouth. Love is hopeless.
You think love is hopeless?
It might be. It might. I don't know.
Well,
I'm not sure.
The way this is going to go down is, just so you guys know, if you call in or make a donation tonight, make sure that you put for the Valentine's Day special, and we're going to take part of those donations, just like we did last year, and like give to the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation and partly to the Fringe, right?
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for that.
Yeah, that was really cool last year, too.
Yeah, so
awesome. We're going to try to change the Night Stalker's mind about love, and you have to call in and participate. And for those that do call in, I will give you Dr. Love himself. I will give you a free love tarot reading. And I'm pretty good at tarot. People don't know just how good. Like, I've got all of the energy of the right angels here and everything. So you're going to get your questions answered for sure. And I have the love tarot deck that's been blessed by Mary Ducina too. So, and was given to me. So it's got a lot of good energy as well. We'll do your reading too when we get back, Night Stalker. Yeah, you know that.
That'd be good.
So that's coming up.
I need it.
The Valentine's Day thing is coming up, and I want everybody, man, woman, doesn't matter. If you got the hots for Night Stalker, if you just don't agree with him or you're trying to convince him, it doesn't matter. You have to call in, right? Or if you just got a question for Dr. Love, you can call in too.
If you need any advice from Dr. Love, call in. And also, if you think that love also stinks, call in and support my side of the argument and tell us your terrible Valentine stories if you have any.
Yeah,
it would help cheer me up maybe a little bit.
Do you think that was like the worst Valentine's ever this year?
This year Valentine's just doesn't exist. This year it's just I can't even say it's the worst one because to me it just was imaginary. I just ignored it completely. And before I knew it, they changed the seasonal aisle up to the Easter stuff. And what Valentine's Day? What about you? Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, the love doctor.
You know, I learned every day's Valentine's Day for the love doctor, for Dr. Love, for sure. There's a podcast called, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, called Marriage and Martinis. And they have an episode called The Worst Valentine's Day Ever. It's pretty good. But there's some pretty bad, I mean, some people have had some pretty bad experiences on Valentine's Day, right? You expect to get flowers and gifts and heartfelt, nostalgic, sentimental things is usually the best stuff to give on Valentine's Day, right? Like, you can't just do the regular flowers and chocolate stuff, right?
At this point, who knows what to buy at this point? I feel like anything you're gonna buy is not gonna be the right thing.
Here's one of the worst stories ever. You ready for this?
Yeah.
This one's called Covered in Body Glitter and Drunk. One time, my ex went to a strip club for our first Valentine's Day together and didn't come to my place until 3 a.m. He was covered in body glitter and drunk, and another gave me a cellulite cream and miscellaneous Christmas lotions and lip balm from Avon. The only man who's ever given me a nice Valentine has always been my daddy.
Dude.
So
there's
that's
kind of
pretty
a lot to
bad.
unpack in that story, honestly. I mean, there's a lot to unload there. She didn't tell us how long these relationships lasted. Like
that one,
she probably stayed with him for another 4 years.
Probably, you know, it's always the assholes, right? They're the ones that get they stay in the relationships for the longest. You know, let's see. I was married for 3 years. The last year we were married, he didn't get me what I wanted, which was roses, right? Instead, he got me cheesecake. Too bad I'm lactose intolerant and also very allergic to eggs, soy, and milk. And he also knew that I was allergic to cheesecake. What a dip. That guy's a dip.
Yeah. Or you just wanted some cheesecake and I was, oh, you don't want that? You can't have that? So, sorry.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Selfish.
Well, I guess there's no sense in it going to waste, right? Let's see. Here's the next one.
My worst, my worst Valentines. Do you want to get into the Valentines now, or do you want to save it for after and just get into some news stories and kind of buffer people in, or what do you think?
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to keep talking about love this whole time. You know, there's only so much love I can take.
Well, dude, I'm trying to give you the woman's point of view to cheer you up here. All right. I mean, what about this one? Like last Valentine's Day, she says, I went on a blind date. This guy took me to this fabulous little sushi spot, and things were going awesome. And it comes up in conversation that he's a black belt in Taekwondo. Oh, those guys, right? I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. Anyways, I mean, you can get those if you just pay the money and go every month. But anyways, like the next thing I know, I've been secured in what he referred to as a cobra chokehold, and his attempts to teach me some of his moves. Let's just say I won't be going on a blind date this Valentine's Day. So, yeah, okay.
That's pretty funny, honestly. I'm picturing the guy from Cobra Kai.
Let me show you this chokehold, baby. It's badass, isn't it?
Strike first.
Guys are so romantic, right? Here's another one. I complained to my boyfriend of 10 years that I never got flowers. So the next year I got a box of assorted flowers. Like cooking flour. He thought he was funny, but I wasn't laughing. My high school boyfriend bought me a pair of used ankle boots from a yard sale. He was proud of himself for adding shoe polish before he gave them to me. Jesus, fellas. This one's going to be a little graphic. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. So anyways, my college boyfriend gets his buddy to let us use his parents' fancy New York apartment while they're out of town. So we make dinner, get naked, and start rolling around on the floor. Sounds awesome so far. But this friend's parents have cats, and I'm horribly allergic to cats. So I'm sneezing and my eyes are tearing up. But I'm determined to ignore all this and have the best sex of my life. And then my, she calls it vajayjay, must have been exposed to some kitty hair because it started to swell up. And I mean really swell up. And I've never seen anything like it before or since. Naturally, the Valentine's Day Fun stopped there. Terrible. Worst Valentine's. See, it's not that bad.
The kitty causing some kitty problems. That's weird.
It's not that bad. Like some girls have problems too, you know, with Valentine's Day and love. So, a few years back, I went to a Valentine's Day party thrown by a guy I'd been on one very hot, very sexy date with as his official Valentine's Day date. And when I got to the dark and velvet suede champagne lounge, he brought me a glass of bubbly, and then he left me in the corner while he worked the room. But no matter. I had other friends there, right? He came back over to check on me a few times, dipping in for an occasional kiss and bringing me more drinks. And when he asked me if I was ready for a third drink and if I was free the following night for a second date, I was thrilled. I think she's being sarcastic, I don't know. But en route to bring me my drink, however, he was suddenly cut off by a tall, dark brunette woman with legs up to my chin. He leaned to kiss her cheek hello, and in one swoop, she grabbed him around the neck and practically sucked his face off. I must have been 2 feet away, and his arm was extended out to the side since he was caught by surprise, still holding my drink. I was so shocked, I just stood there and watched them make out. With my jaw on the floor, I walked past him, took my champagne from his hand, as this man continued to kiss the girl that wasn't me and drank it in one gulp. I left and tried to hail a cab, but it was New York City on Valentine's Day and everything was taken. So then a white limo pulled up to the curb. It was empty.
And it hit a puddle and it ran.
Yeah, right.
Soaked me. I was wearing a white dress and it's ruined.
It was empty and just dropped off a couple, and the driver offered to give me a lift for free. I must have looked so pathetic, so I let him. And in the back of this huge white limo that someone else paid for, I drank someone else's leftover champagne and lounged in yet another space covered in red velvet. Worst Valentine's Day ever. I don't really feel sorry for this chick.
Yeah, give me a break.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you just got a bunch of free champagne.
You're dating. You're
at a party. The first date.
She's probably one of those gold diggers, right? She's going after all the handsome dudes with money, and that's what she gets.
She's getting inside any limo she sees.
Yeah, that's what you get. You got.
For all we know, this is like some kind of movie where that was like his true love, and she just like ran into this party. It was a big, crazy, romantic scene, and like you're just that chump. We don't even know your name in the movie, you know.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I don't feel bad for her. A lot of free champagne for her.
Yeah, I mean, she should think positive. At least you got some free champagne out of the deal. Let's see.
More for the other guy though.
We're no longer dating. ... My boyfriend wanted to cook me a romantic dinner, so he went to the trouble of finding a recipe, shopping and cooking for me at his apartment. He chose to cook chicken and stuff it with loads of vegetables and cheese. Well, apparently he doesn't know about salmonella. After dinner, he was complaining that he wasn't feeling well and asked if I felt okay. I felt great. I didn't lift a finger to cook. He spent our romantic Valentine's night puking in the bathroom until about 4 a.m. and the whole next day in bed. Wash your hands when cooking chicken. That's not a bad one. Just give the guy a break. Guy goes out of his way, cooks you a dinner, and he gets sick, and you're complaining about it. Man. What's wrong with these women?
I don't feel that bad for a lot of these stories. The flower one was honestly like
that was funny. All right. Let's see. Alone on a swing set. This one's called. I asked Paul to be my Valentine, and he accepted. We were to exchange gifts with all the other Valentine's Day pairs in the playground of Maplewood Elementary School for all the single elementary school students to see. The moment is like having your engagement aired on those jumbo screens at the Lakers game. I got very dressed up for the big unveiling in a pink cardigan, skirt, and plastic-looking high heels. Stuffed in my backpack beside my lunchbox was a box of chocolates and a card I made with glitter and block letters. When the bell rang, Amanda from Miss Garner's class told me that Paul was holding hands with Mindy, apparently, and Paul was my Valentine. Mindy was his Valentine, and I was no one's Valentine. The rule I didn't know was that you're not someone's Valentine unless asked to be. Also found the only player in the 3rd grade. So on that day, I sat alone on a swing set and ate an entire box of chocolates. Aw, that is kind of sad.
That's a sad story, yeah.
Yeah, because she remembers that from like childhood.
Like a giant
you know?
swing set.
Your whole what?
Living in one big swing set.
My
whole life's a giant swing set.
Oh, man. Joe Roop, give us the text line. All right, the text line is 501-777-5631. If you want to join the chat room, you go to thefringe.fm/chat room. In the spirit of, I guess we could say, a warm, heartfelt, loving spirit, right? Before we get into Night Stalker's, I don't know, nightmare of a love life that we're going to try to fix, right? I really want to thank, seriously, all of the patrons and everybody that's helped out the station and the Fringe FM and everything. But above all, in this spirit, I really have to say this. A year ago, probably about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, if you guys know Amandala, and I've talked about her quite a bit about how much she's helped, but I don't think you really know what she actually did. So, she's decided to go on her own passion projects, and I feel like a complete idiot. I'd probably run her off, but because of my bullheadedness. But just let me tell you about how awesome this girl is real quick. So, you know, how good of a friend she's been. Like, the whole reason why I got out of the shack was because of her. The whole reason how I escaped from Oregon was because of her. She helped me out of so many situations. She helped the station like no one's ever helped. Not only that, she knows what the hell she's doing. She's such a sweetheart and a go-getter. It's insane. And I'm going to miss the hell out of her. Really.
Yeah, she's the best.
She's like, yeah, my partner in crime on this station and helped me run it and everything. And partly the reason why we've grown so much over the past year and a half, I mean, we've grown over the past 4 or almost 5 years, but partly the reason why we've grown so much over the past year and a half is because of what she did. There were nights where she would literally wake up at midnight, log in through TeamViewer because I was stuck somewhere, and try to fix something on the station. A lot of blog articles, all the designs, everything that she did, even the KFSA design that we put out yesterday, that awesome picture. I mean, I can go down the list. It would take me forever. And you know, she's one of us, always has been, a void walker for sure. And as selfish as I want her to like stay here and help me, and maybe, God willing, maybe those things will happen down the road with her projects or whatever she's doing. She made a lot of cool stuff happen. And I really, like, if you want anything done with your podcast or graphics or whatever she's doing, you know, we're all out here just trying to figure out in the void, right? We're all out here just trying to do what our soul's calling us to do, you know? And, yeah, I mean, obviously you were around Nightstalker too. See how hard she worked on all the stuff that even the bits we did, the Fringe Fest, the graphics for the Fringe Fest. It's insane.
We did that whole little skit together, the newscast thing. Amanda's the best.
Yeah. And so,
Astral Journal and stuff.
Yeah, the Astral Journal. Like, I've never had help in my entire life the way this woman has helped me, ever. Never. I'm not saying you guys haven't helped. You've all helped, but this was a gift, like an earth angel coming to the Fringe FM and just pouring glitter all over it. You know what I'm saying?
Earth angel.
Right.
I feel you.
And in my life too. I mean, she helped me with a lot of stuff, called me on my crap all the time, helped me get through a lot of stuff. And I'm going to miss the hell out of her. You guys have no idea.
Same.
So you have come to the conclusion, Nightstalker, that love stinks, right?
Thanks. It stinks, brother. I don't know. I mean, if somebody can call in and prove me wrong, that'd be great. But as of right now, all signs are pointing to it stinking. My worst one was like probably like 2013, 2014 range. I was in between supermarkets and I needed like a little extra cash. So I signed up to be like one of those people at the who like sold roses on Valentine's Day, but I thought it was like at the flower shop. And then it turns out they take you in this like van and they drop you off in downtown in the middle of the city. And I'm sitting out there and it's like a 20-degree day. It's like half raining the whole day, absolutely freezing out. I didn't I'm wearing like $10 sneakers out there for 8 hours or whatever. It was unbelievably brutal. It was the most depressing Valentine's Day in my life. Oh,
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's brutal. But if anyone has any really sad Valentine stories, I'd love to hear it.
Well, I don't
your good ones. I don't care about your good ones. But
well, hopefully before the night's over with, we'll fix this, right? And we'll start out, you know,
and not just me. If anyone needs any tips from the Love Doctor, he's here for everybody. You know,
yeah, right.
He's got the cure for everybody.
So hopefully we'll start out with the tarot reading. Will tell us everything, you know. So we'll do that. We'll do the love tarot as well, and we'll get going on your questions, and then we'll have some fun with it, right? We'll be right back. More Lighting the Void coming up. You guys stay with us. We're gonna do a Dr. Love and Nightstalker session. I can't wait, man.
It's gonna be good. By good, I mean depressing.
About your love life. Call in for a free tarot reading or advice from Dr. Love at 1-800-588-0335.
Yeah, that number again is 1-800-588-0335. We're here with the Nightstalker. Happy Valentine's Day. Late Valentine's Day, unfortunately, because it's Moon Day night. Valentine's Day was on Sunday, and it's Moon Day. And the Nightstalker here seems to think love stinks. So we're going to start out, before we do his session, I'm going to let you know you can call in at any time, and I mean any time, chime in at 1-800-588-0335 if you want a reading from Dr. Love, or if you've got a statement to Nightstalker. I got a feeling like he might say something to piss you off. I don't know. We're going to find out, but we're going to try to cure the love illness out of a Nightstalker tonight before the show's over. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a possibility, but
Good
we're
luck.
going to try.
Good luck to you, love doctor. You got your work cut out for you.
We're going to try, man. We got to, right? Like, so first, before we get going, I know it's been terrible. So we're going to start off with your tarot reading, okay?
Okay.
And then you just tell me when to stop, right? I'm going to
Stop.
wait. I haven't started yet.
I'm
All right.
sorry. Okay.
Now tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right. We're going to do the cut. By the way, we got like a quick weather report here. We got 2 foot, almost, we're going to have like 2 foot of snow before this is all over with. So get comfy.
Could this go bad? Is there a chance
well,
this could be
we've got the Ace of Cups in the past. We've got the Six of Swords in the present. And for your future advice, we've got the Seven of Cups. This isn't bad. Bottom of the deck is Judgment reversed. Okay. So in the past, at some point in your life, Nightstocker, you were definitely emotionally fulfilled, especially with yourself, right? Like at some point, you found emotional fulfillment. Is this why you don't want to go back to the relationship world, or you think love stinks because you're just happy with yourself?
Yeah.
You're totally cool with yourself.
If we're getting on the real tip here, love doctor. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I'm like, there was a time where if I wasn't like going out every night, if I wasn't doing something, if I didn't have somebody occupying my time, like, I don't know, if I wasn't texting some girl at some point, like always, then I felt like I was doing something wrong, or I felt like I don't know, I could just get in my feelings and get depressed and just sulk. I was a real classic sulker, but I don't know. I feel like over the last decade, I really like, I don't know, got my stuff together, kind of, for the most part,
right?
Or some aspects in that, and I feel like I don't need it anymore. And then every time I do try to dip my toe back in the love water,
emotional
the
waters,
tide just sucks me down like this, like Swamp Thing or something like this. I don't know,
like the Swamp Thing. Okay,
so who needs it? You know, what do these cards mean? I don't.
All right,
my tarot knowledge isn't really.
Well, the first one in the past is the Ace of Cups. Cups represent your emotions and the astral light, right? When you pull out an ace, that means you've mastered the emotions. You've mastered them. You've mastered yourself. You've mastered this thing about
This is in the past.
This is in the past.
This already happened.
Now, in the present, you have the Six of Swords, which means you don't mind moving into something if it's calm and cool and there ain't going to be any problems. You don't want any problems, no more BS, right? You just calm, cool waters. And your future advice is the Seven of Cups, which is a picture of 7 cups in the clouds. And this is telling me that you just want to see what's out there, right? You just want to kind of lay back and look, maybe let it come to you, or, look at your options with other things. But this was clarified by judgment. That's your judgment means you're making a good judgment call. Or are you? Because I feel, Dr. Love, myself, I feel like you're missing out right now.
Yeah.
You're definitely missing out.
I don't feel like I am missing out. I feel like I get afraid that in 10 years from now, I'm going to have realized that I missed out and then I can't go back. You know what I mean? But right now I'm cool with it. I am happy with myself. And a lot of the time I don't reach out just because the work isn't, I don't know. I'm almost too happy about myself at this point,
Yeah. Well, they say you could die tomorrow. I don't want you to die or anything, but what are you waiting on? Right?
What am I waiting on, love doctor?
Let's take this phone call real quick. 248. Yeah. 248 area code. You're on the air with Dr. Love and the Nightstocker. Who's speaking with?
Yeah, Dr. Love. This is Brent, ENS.
Brent, what's happening?
Hey, Brent.
I want you to give me some advice, man.
Well, do you want me to read your cards, or do you got a specific question? Give me a specific question. I can give you the best advice in the world. I mean, after all, I am the doctor.
With the question.
No, just pull some cards for me.
All right. Ooh, look at that. Queen of Wands. Strut your stuff. Strut your stuff. And you got
I'm good at that.
Nine of stuff.
Unfortunately, I'm good at that.
Yeah, Nine of Swords reversed and Temperance. So strut your stuff, man. Like, do your thing. Keep doing what you're doing. Strut your stuff. Flaunt your stuff. Doesn't matter. Let everybody
Put
know.
on my black nail polish, my black eyeliner, my do-rag.
Yeah, see?
Do-rag. Nice.
Own it.
Great.
It says you're owning it,
It's
baby.
great.
That's what it's showing me here. You're not staying up at night, all bent out of shape like Nightstalker here, right? You're just strutting your stuff, doing your thing, following your passions, keeping it on the DL a little bit. Kind of a little dark about it sometimes, but whatever. Just to own it, Own it. I say you're doing a good
Thank you,
job.
Joe.
Don't you think?
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing the best I can.
There you go. I say do your thing. Keep doing your thing. You're doing great. In the love department, for sure. Thanks for your call.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yep.
That's right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Brent, Queen of Wands. That's impressive. I like that. Right? You like it?
That's good. That's cool.
All right, here we go. What do you... All right, so we're back to you, Nightstalker. Give me
All
a
right,
scenario.
so-
You got to just hit me with some questions. Let's see how we can help
Okay.
you out here.
I mean, I think should we start simple? I think like, how do I? When do I know to make the first move to initiate the contact? My biggest fear is just being considered a creep. Like I don't want to.
You don't want to be the creep.
I can't. Like, what's the difference between me hitting somebody up and then somebody creepy hitting somebody up? Like
It depends.
what are they doing wrong? Yeah. What's the love doctor doing that they're not doing?
Well, that's easy. First and foremost, you got to be able to handle rejection, right?
Okay.
Like, you got to be able to handle rejection and know that if anybody doesn't want to, like, talk to you or be interested in you, Nightstalker, they're a fool. They don't deserve your time, right? Now, that's not necessarily true, but, I mean, like, dude, if people don't want to talk to you, if they don't want to share your energy, then they're not worth you sharing your energy with them. No, but you don't want to come from a defensive point of view. You should put your feet on the floor every morning and say, I'm the best looking dude in the world. I have an awesome personality. I'm awesome. Some lucky girl out there is going to get to talk to me today. Right? Then at that point, it doesn't matter if you approach a girl or if they approach you. Just do what you feel like. So the moment you feel like doing it, do it. But I know you'll stop yourself. All these things, I better not because she might think I'm a creep, or all this or that because of this. Just do it. And then when you do it, say exactly what you feel. Like let's walk through you and me. Say I'm some hot chick, right? You see me in the grocery store. You want to say something. What goes through your head?
I don't know.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
Walk towards me and say something. Stop thinking. See how that works?
Walk towards you and stay. I don't know. I don't know if I can
Get
do
out
it.
of your head is what I'm saying.
My first thought is don't let her see you looking at her. You know what I mean?
Don't let you see you looking at her. What?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
okay. We got some work. We got our work
your
cut
first
out.
thought is I got to go right in. My first thought is no. Careful. Like, don't scare her. You know what I mean?
Don't scare. Okay.
Don't creep her out.
Well, do you want to talk to a woman that everything creeps her out? Or do you want to talk to a woman
That's
that
a good
turns
point.
her
That's a
head
good
and when
point.
she looks at you looking at her and you smile, she smiles and her face turns a little pink because it makes her blush because it just made her day.
Okay.
Which girl do you actually want to talk to?
All right. Yeah. Girl number 2 for sure.
Like, see my point? So let's go through that scenario. You get out of your head, you walk up to the girl, and you say, what?
I'm sorry. I know this is a little bit weird, but I just couldn't leave the store and not talk to you. So, hey, I'm the Nightstalker, and who like
The Night
then what do I
Stalker. I mean, you can't get them to quit calling you that? What's your real name?
Well, I was looking at some of the pickup artists tips, and they say to create an alias. Like he goes by Mystery. So That's good advice, right?
And listen. Don't do that.
No?
No.
Okay.
Go buy an alias. Are you going to walk up to a girl and say, I'm, Derek, AKA Night Stalker? Like, I mean, look, a little bit of confidence is cool, but if you don't want to seem like a creep, the last thing you want to do is tell them your name's the Night Stalker. I know this is weird, but my name's the Night Stalker. Anyways, I don't want to get you in your head, right?
That's true.
Okay. Just walk up. Well, you were doing great. Tell her exactly how you feel. At that moment, it'll be either cute or whatever. And trust me, if it's a girl that's like, whatever, loser, or do you really want to be around that kind of chick? Or do you want to be around a chick that's going to admire you for it and calm you down and help you out? Because here's the thing about women. You ready? And if women, you disagree, you can call in. Women will help you.
Please.
They will help you and guide you. They're naturally nurturing from the beginning.
And ladies, too, I want to call in if you can explain to me. The Love Doctor did a great job explaining it, but if you can explain to me the line between creepy and not creepy. How do you tell? What's the difference between me and then those people online? You ever see those memes about the people who get in people's DMs and go, show me the bobs? You ever see that?
Show me
bobs.
The what?
The bobs, but they're like the misspelling boobs. It's a meme that goes around.
Don't say that.
Have you ever seen that?
Don't say that. But definitely don't give yourself an alias. Like, you think I'm going to go up to a girl and say, hey, just wanted to talk to you. My name is Joe, a.k.a. Dr. Love. That would be pretty creepy. Right?
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
It sounds good to you, but to a girl, it'd be like, whatever.
Step one, give your real name. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that, I think.
Just give her your real name. Tell her how you really feel. Are you nervous? Say it.
I'm a little nervous.
I'm nervous. Okay. I don't usually do this. I'm so scared right now of you thinking I'm a creep, but what you said a minute ago was good. But I don't know if I can live with regret of not saying something. So I wanted to say hi. Whatever. Just say whatever's authentic.
Then what's the next part? Like, do I ask for a number? Like, this sounds like corny, doesn't it?
Do you ask for a number? You could go straight into that. You could even say, I don't know what to do right now. I don't know if I should ask for your number or whatever, but it'd be cool to see you again. You say whatever you want. And then just start a conversation about anything.
I'm going to put that in my notepad here.
Say whatever's on your mind, right? Female energy is attracted to masculine energy. Hesitation is okay, but male energy is initiative, even if it's nervous. If you can tell the truth, even if your voice shakes, you'll always be respected by female energy. Always. But if you try to fake it, or you try to act cocky, or something that you're not, they're going to smell it like a bee, and you're going to be in trouble, man.
Is that true?
That's true.
I feel like fake cockiness goes a long way. I feel like I see a lot of fake cocky people with girlfriends out there.
That's because they haven't found the right guy yet. And the only reason why they're with these assholes or these fake guys or whatever is because they're the closest thing to masculine energy they've found so far.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah, touche.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I'm kind of at a roadblock here. So, all right. So.
Yeah. What are these pickup artists saying?
The pickup, their methods are, I don't know. It's like they're coming from another dimension. They have to create a whole persona is what they're saying. Create a whole style.
Persona?
A lot of finger jewelry. You get to create a lot of like head accessories. You know what I mean? Peacocking, they call it.
Peacocking.
It's like how a male peacock shows their plumage, And and what you're saying is that's not the right direction to go.
No.
Right?
No. Let's take this phone call. The 812 looks like Southern Indiana. You're on the air with Dr. Love and the Night Stalker. Who are you speaking with?
It's Penelope from chat. How are you guys tonight?
Yeah, it's Penelope. I thought it was Penelope.
Well, it rhymes with a cantaloupe, yeah, usually.
Hey, Penelope, what's going on?
Stalker. How are you, man? Dude, okay, look. The cocky thing, Teresa's talking in chat too. The fake cocky thing is not going to get you anywhere for real. The real cocky thing barely gets anybody anywhere as it is.
The cute, nervous guy will win every time. If you're cute, nervous.
Every time. The nerd, the geeky nerd, legit, genuine person will win out every time.
I want to
As
believe
long
you,
as,
but I mean,
you know,
there's a
it's
jock
true.
nerd stereotype for a reason, right? Like the asshole gets the girl, right?
Well, yeah,
No?
but then like, what's the counterpart to the asshole, right?
Mm.
I mean, she's like the asshole's got his chick, but that's not your chick, right?
That's true. That's true.
Or
That's
is
true.
it?
She just hasn't found
Good
you
point.
yet.
That's just my opinion.
No,
That's
that's a
it.
good point.
That's what you got to think. Like, she just hasn't found the Night Stalker yet. She hadn't found me yet.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go. And
You're right.
you're awesome. And you
You're
wake
awesome.
up every
Thank you.
day. I'm awesome. You're awesome. You wake up. I'm awesome.
Everybody's
and none of my
awesome.
business when anybody thinks of me.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk to a chick, just tell her you like her dress or something. Just make sure it's true.
Yeah. Thank
That's
you
my
for saying
advice
that,
for you.
Penelope. Oh,
So like,
problem,
what's
man.
an example of something that would creep you out though? If somebody was to come up to you and like,
yeah. Gives Night
Where's the line
Stalker
for
a
you?
creepy version.
give me the creepy version of what not to say, not like overtly creepy. Give me like the subtle thing that someone like he thinks he's saying the right thing. What would that version be? You know what I mean?
Oh God. I mean, my entire life is flashing behind my eyes right now.
Yeah.
Are
Every
you saying
bad
that?
pickup line I've ever heard.
Are you saying that most like maybe Night Stalker needs to know this? And this is my theory that you get approached more by creepiness and inauthenticity than you do real, genuine male dudes. Most women do in their lives. They get BS most of the time. Is that true or not?
I feel like that's true a 30% of the time. Yeah, a winning percentage of the time. Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Because you're trying too hard. You're trying too hard. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something that comes like as you get older too.
That's
things
right.
like that, or with more life lessons. But yeah, just don't try so hard. Just don't try so hard.
Teal Swan has a video out too.
More than what.
I just want to tell you guys, Teal Swan's got a video out too. That I was just about to say that, Rohan, that she's got a video out called "Why Do Women Like Assholes? Why Women Aren't Attracted to Nice Guys." Now, that's the title grabber, but you need to watch it because there's some real truth in there about what's happening there. I could explain some of it, but it has a lot to do with how they were raised. What is actual male energy to a girl? And it's usually based on her father. And most girls won't say that, but it's the same thing with a guy, right? And then the trauma that they've had growing up from it. And that's usually what happens, So you have to heal this stuff too. So this is why I say, Night Stalker, always go after a spiritual woman. A spiritual woman is all about growth and healing. These are way better than just women that have their mind made up about everything, especially their own growth. Would you agree?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
My biggest problem is just these women aren't readily available in my life.
What are you talking about?
I wish I had the option. But no, I'm not putting myself out there enough. I just don't see a lot of people. I work with like 4 people, and they're all dudes. Like, and we're all like, I don't know, like I see, like I work, the store's open for like an hour while I'm there. So maybe like there's 3 girls who will walk in, but I just don't have the chance to like to go up to a girl, and introduce myself.
So I haven't convinced you yet that love doesn't stink yet? Not yet?
Not yet. I mean, it's a valiant effort so far.
Okay.
And Penelope did a great job too. And I appreciate all the kind words. But
well, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there, right? We're definitely getting there. But it is Dr. Love, the Night Stalker. We're blowing it. We put like this skit together in the last hour, so whatever. Last 2 hours. All right, now tell me what else these pickup artists are teaching you.
All right, I can find the list again. But they're saying that I got to come up. They're more directed towards like the nightlife, like the club life.
Picking up girls.
This is around like 2006. I don't know if anyone in the chat has seen this, but Mystery and those guys, it was a big deal at the time. It was on like VH1. But they would go in and they called it peacocking, and they would wear these like really like outlandish outfits at the time. it was like at the time, just the time period, it was like borderline goth kind of stuff, but they kind of had the Brent look with the black nail polish and that kind of stuff, and like the head wraps and everything. And then they kind of put all these techniques in of like negging to give him hey, you kind of got a big head, or that kind of stuff. Just weird insults like that they think are like playful.
I want you to forget all about that. I want you to think about what makes you feel good. Whatever clothes you wear, whatever music you listen to. Take Brent for example. If black fingernail polish makes you feel good, own it. And I know that doesn't sound like masculine energy.
Sounds pretty cool.
But
I don't know if I can pull it off. I have a hair right here. I don't know if I can pull off the black fingernail.
The last thing you want to do is get out there and peacock and wear like a shiny suit. You have to trust me on this one, you know?
Okay.
Or something. Be who you are and own it. That's the first thing you want to do. Because you don't want to turn into I've been guilty of this, where I get so in my emotions, I start turning into the woman in the relationship. And then you wonder why they run from you. And it feels so cruel that a woman's running away when you're hurting the most as a man. But it doesn't make them comfortable. They don't feel safe. Because if they emotionally flip out, are you just going to flip out with them? Or are you going to hold space, take care of them, make them know, make them feel loved so that they can keep creating love? So we're in a bad situation, Nightstalker.
Yeah.
If you have emotions, you can't tell her. This is something I've learned. You just can't do it. You can complain to your friends. You can go complain to anybody else. Don't do it to her, though. Isn't that sad?
You just do what I do and just pretend they don't exist and shove them in a bottle.
Shove them way down, right?
And smoke a bunch of weed until you forget about them, and then hopefully they don't come up later on. You know, that's healthy, right?
Hopefully they don't come up later on, and you end up, throwing a Molotov cocktail on somebody's car,
exploding on somebody. Yeah.
Right? Like, what else did these geniuses say?
I'm trying to find a good concrete list of their tips that they gave, but I feel like over the last decade and a half, I feel like the internet's pretty effectively
think about this
on a lot of stuff.
If you were in the dating scene and someone came up to, let's say, went into a group of guys in a room and said, how many of you have ever been on a first date or met somebody, and this is a group of guys, and felt like your life was threatened? Maybe 2 or 3 hands might raise, right?
Yeah.
But if you went to a room full of women and said, how many of you felt like your life was threatened on a first date, or you were scared for your life in some kind of way, or whatever, lots more hands will raise. So what does this mean? Yeah. This means that you got to be able to learn to approach, but also make them feel safe, comfortable. And
so right now my strategy is just to try to be as cool as I possibly can and just not approach and wait for them to approach me. Just be the ultimate prize that I can possibly be.
Yeah.
But then they have to come and get me, and just I don't know.
I feel like the movie's got it all wrong.
I have to put a little bit more effort into it.
Listen to me.
That only gets me so far.
Some women like to be chased, but I got to tell you, and I'm going to piss a lot of people off probably. The movies and the books, they got it all wrong. If you're in your authentic man energy, and I don't mean asshole energy, I just mean who you are.
Yeah.
You won't have to chase anybody.
Sounds nice.
I want you to wake up in the morning and say this to yourself. This is the Dr. Love homework assignment for Nightstalker.
Okay.
You put your feet on the floor, and every day you say, I am the best man I know on the planet. All women are attracted to me. And the ones that say they're not, they just haven't given me enough time yet. I am the master of male energy. I initiate attraction. I initiate in everything that creates in my life, especially love. And when attraction fades, I'm the master initiator to bring it back. And if any woman refuses my presence or doesn't want my energy, then they're probably gay.
You're just giving this away for free? These are just free pearls of wisdom for all of us? Yeah, this should be in a book.
Yeah.
Man. That was good.
That's homework assignment number 1. Homework assignment number 2 is I want a woman that will knock my socks off, that can't wait to be with me, that's excited to be with me. Right?
That's all I want.
You have to get out of this mindset of being afraid to upset them, right? Like,
yeah.
The Dr. Love is telling you right now.
I'm waiting until my whole life is perfect, until there's no chance that I could ever disappoint them.
What does that look like?
You know, this is unrealistic, I think. But
what does the perfect life look like? It's supposed to be funny, Don. What does the perfect life look like to you?
I don't know. I don't know. That's probably a problem, right? That I can't visualize it yet.
The problem is that you feel like you have to earn things that you yourself aren't good enough the way you are for what you want in love. That you have to earn it. Now, what would ever give you that idea? What happened? The sting. You got the sting of rejection over and over again?
Yeah, just slow erosion by life and women in general.
Homework assignment number 3. Never become the girl's male orbiter. You're such a nice guy. You're my friend. And guess what happens? Because you didn't get in your male energy and be authentic and tell her, I don't really want friendship. I'm into you. I want to be with you.
Yeah.
You are afraid to scare her, so you just say whatever you think she wants to hear. She cries on your shoulder. Meanwhile, your heart's breaking while she kisses somebody else, and all you have to do was just say what you really wanted. Why didn't you? And even down the road, she might tell you, why didn't you?
No, I don't do that anymore. That was maybe like 15-year-old me.
That was 15-year-old you. All right, cool.
No, I'm not. No. Yeah. I haven't been
You're the man,
like
right?
Yeah.
You're the man.
Yeah.
All right. I'm the man. You're the man.
I think when we get back, we should start going to some second date or some first date tips. You know, move past the introduction and get to.
I definitely want to hear about times that you actually, when everything worked out for you too, right?
Oh, man. You got 5 minutes because that's all we're gonna need.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes. 1-800-588-0335. We'll be right back with Dr. Love and the Night Stalker on our late Valentine's Day special. That's terrible. It's so late.
Do you need advice about your love life? Call in for a free tarot reading or advice from Dr. Love at 1-800-588-0335.
Hey, buddy, I'm not paying you to hear your thoughts on life.
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
You know, it's funny. Some of us will never, ever find true love. Like, take, for instance, me. We'll never, ever find a way to better the situation. Because apparently we have absolutely nothing to offer the opposite sex.
You are the worst wedding singer in the world, buddy.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me? Here's a little mood music for you.
Love stinks. Love stinks! Yeah! Love stinks! Love stinks!
Nice on the road.
Yeah! Love stinks! Love stinks! Yeah! Love stinks! Love stinks! Yeah!
Are you coming back with the Dr. Love thing again, like the intro song?
Yeah.
I don't know all the answers to the questions about reality. I do not claim to know the ultimate truth about life. I seek that which has been made hidden as a part of a family of explorers of consciousness. I am a void walker.
advice about your love life? Call in for a free tarot reading or advice from Dr. Love at 1-800-588-0335.
That's right. It's Dr. Love here with the Nightstocker tonight on our Valentine's Day special. We're trying to change and heal poor Nightstocker who believes love stinks. And before the show's over, I want to change his whole point of view on love. Now, we've already talked about pickup artists. We've already talked about some of the bad things they say, as well as what to say and how to approach a woman. So what's your next question, Nightstocker?
Okay. All right. So let's fast forward a little bit. And everybody, please call in if you got any questions, too. It doesn't have to just be my questions. I'm sure there's a lot of people who need the Love Doctor's advice. But, okay, so we're at the second date, let's say. Maybe the third date. How do I know when to kind of crank it up a notch, kind of crank the heat up a little bit? Like,
when?
I don't know. What are the other signals? Like, is there like, what?
Yeah,
How do I?
This is more of a feeling thing. Like, you could do it, actually, on the first date. You could do it. I know guys that could do this from just meeting girls the first time, and the next thing you know, they're making out with them. It's a connection and a dance. Do you mean to ask me when to do it when you are afraid? Are you afraid to move in? Let's say you have the urge to kiss a woman. Is this what you're speaking about?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I'm going to answer this question by giving you another homework assignment. I used to have this fear. When to make a move on a woman, when to touch them, kiss them. But remember, always do things in a safe way. Safe, right? In other words, I mean, you're not a creep. This is a disclaimer, right? You're not an actual creep. I know you. So be nice. Make them feel safe. Always be nice. Always be nice. When you feel like it, if you are afraid, tell them that you feel like doing it and get their response. However, sometimes it depends. This is a feeling situation. This is always a feeling. If you feel the vibe, then more than likely she's feeling it too. But it's usually there, and you can feel it. So the real
So you're saying
problem
I should just say that I feel like doing it.
Yeah, you could say it. You could express it. Like, tell her that I really feel like kissing you right now. Or you could just do it.
I thought you meant like doing it.
But you could do that too. You mean doing it like all the way.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well,
geez, the Love Doctor's really going for it.
here's the thing.
Right.
Here's the thing. You got to get rid of the fear. What did I tell you about? Feminine energy feels comfortable in real masculine energy. Now, when I say that, don't think big muscles and axes and all that other stuff, even though that's part of it, but we all have this energy. What this really comes from is being afraid to express your desire. But I'm going to give you a homework assignment that will take this away forever. Can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
I used to be afraid of this. I used to be afraid of expressing my desire to women or acting upon them. And I never could get over this fear, right? Because I don't want them to think I'm a creep or anything. And I used to, I had my own love doctor at the time. And he gave me a homework assignment. He said that women have desires and are more dirtier and perverted than you are. And I didn't believe him. I said, how can that be? They always talk about creeps and guys that want to do this or that. He said, no, they just hide it real well.
This can't be true, Love Doctor.
This is true. It's 100% true. And if you do not believe me, I want you to go get this book. It's called Forbidden Flowers by Nancy Friday. A book where several hundreds of women reveal their thoughts about desire and sexuality. Now, I didn't
Nancy
make
Friday. What a name.
I didn't make it to chapter 5 before it repulsed me. They're dirtier than you are, Nightstalker.
Okay.
I know you don't believe me, but go read this book and you'll never have fears again about this, ever.
I might have to just go look at that book right now. Stop the show now.
It's going to, I'm just telling you, it's going to scar your mind a little bit. But what I'm basically trying to tell you is they have all the same desires that you do. And if you express it to them and they tell you they're not ready for that and you don't do it, but you still express it, at least you're willing to express your desire, which is masculine energy, and you're still making them feel safe. You see how that works?
Oh, okay.
I think you would be more the type of guy to express it before you do it. Either way, always make sure they feel safe. And sometimes they'll do it for you. You know, like kind of like alpha girls. There's alpha women too. You know that, right?
That's what I'm looking for.
You want an alpha female. You want a woman to take control. Are you sure?
Not like in a butch way, but just like someone who tells me how she feels.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that's what the climate should be. I think that's how it should go. I think it's just like, I don't know. I feel like the terrain is just dangerous right now. And just the ball is perpetually in
the terrain is dangerous
right now.
What do you mean?
Yeah. I feel like it should be that way. That, like, I don't know. I feel like I see online all the time, like girls saying that like don't approach me at all. Like, not to me, but just like in general. They don't want to be approached or talked to.
Well, why would you want to talk to that woman?
I definitely don't want to talk to these people. But like, I just mean, like, it just seems like there's a barrier that's gone up, and it just like things would be so much easier if it's just like women made the first move all the time. You know what I mean? And it would save a lot of heartache. You know?
Do you know there are countries where
we clearly don't know what you want. We don't know. Like, you just make the move. You know, like, we want you to. You know that. You know that we want you to. We don't know what you want. So it'd be way easier if you just did it first, right?
But don't you realize that it makes most women that are comfortable with their feminine energy, right, uncomfortable to have to make the first move all the time?
Not all the time, just the first time. And after that, I'll do it every other time.
Tell me about your first kiss. A woman's going to say, well, I had to kiss him. Now, that does happen sometimes, but, you know, right.
Yeah, my first kiss, she kissed me, for sure.
Here's the thing. Read this book. And then get back to me on this one.
Okay. I'll read it tonight.
Yeah. Read that book. Get back. If you make it past chapter 4, then you made it farther than me. It literally freaked me out how just dirty some of these women were that I had to burn the book, and I danced around it, actually. I did a whole ritual. I sacrificed it to the creator of the universe, you know, but it spared me. Like, it changed me on the inside of ever having fear about expressing my desire to a woman, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You still don't believe me, do you?
I'm getting there, I guess. What about online dating?
What about
that, Love Doctor?
What about online dating? This is a tough one.
Yeah. It's a whole different ballgame online, you know. You gotta cultivate your whole profile and everything. Like, I don't know.
You should definitely not do the peacocking thing.
No peacocking.
Yeah.
I found a peacocking page that explains how to do it, if you want to kind of go through some of the tips that they give you.
All right. Well, we'll do that after this phone call. Hold on. 406 area code. You're on the air with Dr. Love and the Nightstalker. Who are you speaking with?
Hi, Dr. Love and Nightstalker. This is Catalina.
Howdy, Catalina.
Hey, Catalina. Happy belated Valentine's Day.
Happy belated Valentine's Day. Chocolate and hugs.
Chocolate and hugs.
So I'm single too. I've been single for a long time, and you tell me if you can relate to this, Stock, and Joe too. But the hardest thing that I've found is throughout, you know, this long time that I've been single, is that I have never really had the problem of finding someone that I'm like attracted to physically. That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy, right? But to find somebody that you enjoy conversations with, and then third, that you're actually interested in the same thing. Like, I know you well enough, Stock, that I know you like comics, and that's cool. And if we weren't in a lockdown, you could go to the Comic-Cons and probably meet someone.
Hell yeah.
You know, have a better chance that way because that's something you're really into. And there are a lot of women I've never been to one of those. Have you? But there's a lot of people that go to those. A lot of women go to those things. But
I was going to go to my first one actually in August when it came to Boston, but the pandemic closed it down. I was getting my redheaded superheroes. Yeah, no, it is a gold mine at Comic-Con. There are women in cosplay walking everywhere. Yeah, no, that's a great tip for sure.
So you're having a problem finding somebody that's interested in the same stuff you are.
I'm having trouble finding somebody. Period. Like I don't know. I don't know. Just get out of the house more, I guess, literally, like physically, you know?
Yeah, that would help. Get out of the house more. But would you do online stuff? Do you do online dating, Catalina? Just curious.
I've done it on and off for 10 years. And the problem is you have to be really careful. I never wanted to go into paranormal dating, but you have to be careful on how you word that. And I didn't want to put paranormal because people don't really know what that means. And okay, you're talking about creepy. To us that are in the paranormal, it's totally normal. But for most people, when you say paranormal, they don't know what that means. It's creepy, right? So you can't put paranormal. So what do you say? Oh, one time I put metaphysics. That's what I put.
Any of these things right? get an automatic super like for me.
Metaphysics. There you go.
Yeah. When anybody says like into like UFOs or ghost hunting or anything like that, you don't find it often on Tinder or stuff. But like sometimes you get the girls say witchy. Like they call themselves witchy now. That's a way to explain it. Like I'm into weird stuff, or spiritual is a big one that they put, which just kind of means you can kind of tell by the aesthetic of the pictures and stuff too. But like, I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know. It's just different. Like, I don't want to. Everything I put in a profile just seems like it's lame as hell. So I just don't want to put one in there. But then if you don't have a profile, then you seem like you're not even a real person, and they don't want to really respond to you. You know, you almost need to have one.
I bet if you put your interest in there and you just showed some cool pictures of you having fun and just put your interest in there and say on your profile what you really want. Don't spend time about talking about what you don't want. Just say what you really want in a woman. Show that big friendly smile of yours and just you shouldn't have any problems. None. You're a good looking dude.
Love Doctor.
It is that easy. It's that easy.
Well,
that's true, Kat. Sorry, go ahead.
That wasn't for me for the case because I would put down a lot of all the interests and then what I wanted, in a relationship.
Yeah.
But when I get response back, hardly ever would I get a response back of I'm interested in this, and this too. I rarely get that. Like, that's what I was hoping for, that somebody would say, I put all these interests. Oh, I'm interested in that or this, and you wouldn't, it's like pulling teeth. Oh, well, are you interested in this and this? And I'd have to ask them, well, are you interested? That's what I found kind of frustrating.
Do you feel like the guy should make the first move or you?
No, I think to me, I've gotten to the point where you've got to have the couples that I see are happy. They have the same interests, and they can talk about those interests and do those interests for hours and hours and hours with each other. They like each other. They're best friends with each other. They, they can be lovers too, but that's what they dig about each other. And so, but that to me is hard to find. So I'm almost at a point where maybe I should just wear like a name tag and say, "Hi, I'm Kat," and then here's the list of things I'm interested in, or T-shirts.
Seriously, yeah. Just wear a walking profile all the time. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm interested in this.
And this goes to, like, if you're doing your thing, right? Like, I guarantee you, Nightstocker, if you were doing your thing and you did what you actually creatively wanted to do, like the Nightstocker news, and you were really going for it and passionate about it, it would draw in female energy. It would draw them to you.
Yeah. If we're being honest, like, past all the jokes and stuff, like, religion, over dramatic, like love stink stuff.
Yeah, no, the bit was funny at first, but it's like
it's more just like I gotta put myself out there in general, period. Like my dating life took a plummet when I just stopped like honestly, when I stopped working during the day, like my last like 3 girls I dated all worked at the store, so I was just around them all the time. Like, if you're around me, I think you're gonna like me. It's just the problem is just I don't know, finding all ones who fit the criteria or whatever. Everything Kat just said in a time where nobody's meeting each other. Period. So like, I don't know.
But you know what I respect about you, bro, that I've talked to you a lot about stuff like this is that you have like I don't know if you're a Cancer moon or whatever. Like you have you have some of the same energy that I have. I've looked at our charts with that stuff.
Yeah.
You're kind of sensitive like me, and you have emotions too that are a little bit more than the average dude, right?
Yeah.
You've learned that you have boundaries, what you will not put up with. And I'm not telling you to be that way, but I'm like up front, always be loving, right? But make sure you stay with what you won't put up with. Don't compromise yourself. Because in the end, it's just going to hurt you. And you're going to be even more bitter and scared. You have to take care of yourself,
Yeah. No, you're right.
Kat's always cool too. Like Kat, like here's the thing about this audience. Talking about categories and stuff is fun. It's funny, right? But everybody has a different amount of male and female energy in them. And that's initially what the great work is about, is getting to know yourself in that manner. Right? And everybody's different. That's the thing. Talking about categories is kind of cliche, like Dr. Love, whatever, but everybody's unique and different. But learning to work with those energies inside you will help you romantically, especially for initiation of attraction. To keep the relationship is an entirely different thing. Even Dr. Love doesn't really know all that much about, right? I think Catalina is on to something there, though. Make sure you don't like somebody just because you want to sleep with them, or that it's all about passion and this kind of stuff. Like, can you see yourself spending the rest of your life with this person? If that's what you're really after, then you need to know, because it's not going to be easy when the honeymoon phase wears off and the mask stuff, all that stuff wears off. Are you still going to be able to play Monopoly or read a book with this chick?
No, I know. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody. I think I'm looking for a good talker. Somebody who just has her, she has her own opinions about stuff and can hold a conversation and just is confident in her own self. And I don't know. Kat's right about it's tough to find all the different. It's
tough to find one that's perfect.
You can find people who are interested in the stuff you're interested in, but they maybe you're not attracted to them in that way. And then you can find people who you are attracted to, who are real bummers to talk to, or just trying to. It's like talking to a piece of wood, and you can't get anything out of her.
A piece of wood.
It's like talking to to drywall. It's tough. So
yeah, I've been there before too.
The number one thing, the best friend thing Kat was talking about. That's really the key right there. To find somebody you can share all that time with and still want to spend time with and talk to.
When you say that though, before you get into too many details, because we're starting to narrow down the field here. Yeah. When you say that, does your mind tell you that that's a limited resource? What you're looking for is like a needle in a haystack. Seriously, what does your mind say?
That they're out there, but in order for me to find them, they're not just going to jump they're not going to fall out of a tree. I
wholeheartedly, magically disagree.
Damn.
If you really set that intention, you've set up the perfect magic jelly ritual, right? And put that intention out there to find that soulmate. Imagine it. Create a space as if you're actually living it. Feel it emotionally. And then, when the ritual's done, let it go and forget about it. I bet you they show up. But you actually forget about it and let it go.
I'd like to believe that. I'd like to think that's true.
Here's the thing. Every girl that's ever came into my life, besides one, I didn't chase. I didn't go after. They came towards me. But not because I'm a big pimp daddy or anything, but because I imagined it, right? I like went through the motion, and all of them, well, most of them, except a couple, were to me soulmates.
I do love the chase, though.
They all grew me some way, you know?
Yeah.
And hopefully
part
I
of
did
it
the
is
same for them.
like I'm course correcting kind of myself, that I kind of went overboard maybe when I was younger, and I did too much chasing, you know, and now it's kind of like I overcorrected, you know, and now I got to find a healthier balance, you know.
You are like me in the heart, dude. You have to set boundaries. You'll overgive.
Yeah.
You'll give your whole heart, and then when, you're. How many times have you ended up? Just curious. Ended up with a chick that doesn't give you emotionally what you are giving them.
Oh man.
How many times?
A lot. Most.
So when are you gonna
5
make?
I can think of on the top of my head.
Yeah. So when's that gonna change? When you stop putting
right
up
now,
with
brother.
it. When you stop putting up with it. Because, in fact, I think when you stop putting up with it is when you're going to find that person. And even if you're with a person that's not giving you emotionally what you want, and you make that stance about yourself, it might turn things around in the situation. Who knows? But you've been through this long enough, and I think we all have, once you get to a certain age, that you have to take care of yourself first.
Yeah.
You have to be your own mother and your own father. And you cannot depend on another person to fill that void for you. That's when problems start happening.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even playing. Like, I went through this myself and still am. People that are traumatized from their childhood, from their past relationships, all that stuff goes down to the parental thing. And until you fill that hole yourself or know how to do it yourself and stop putting it on the other person to do it for you, you're always going to have problems. So in that situation, when a woman's not giving you emotionally what you want, you don't have to be a jerk, but think about what would, if you had the perfect father in your mind, say to you right now. What would he put up with this? And how would he express it to, in a motherly way, to this woman in a safe way?
Yeah, I didn't have the best examples for that.
None of us did, right?
So you just said it, yeah.
None of us did. We all had to go through hell in a handbasket to figure this out.
Yeah.
Conscious exploration, the great work, all of that stuff. And then, you know, you can go on YouTube right now and look at this stuff like Corey Wayne and all these people, and they tell you, well, if you meet a girl and their parents are all screwed up, just don't even mess with them because the girls are going to be crazy. Well, that's not fair. That's not fair. Like there's a million people out there. Most of people's parents are screwed up anyway. So good luck with that, buddy. You know?
Yeah. And a little crazy is good too.
Can I share something about one of the last dates I had?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, please.
Because you were saying, well, you know, how do you approach somebody? How do you talk to someone? And I went out and date with this guy a few times, and you know, we had some things in common, and I was attracted to him. But he was like, I mean, he was good looking, but I guess he was really good looking. I didn't realize that, but I went on a few dates with him and went out, you know, we went to a concert and this and that, and or we'd go to McDonald's or something like that. And I couldn't believe how many women hit on him. I mean, just like really young or really older women. It
Did
was
it
like
make you
annoying.
insecure?
And he didn't even say he didn't say anything to them. No, this is what I'm trying to get at. He didn't say anything to him. Stock saying, well, what am I supposed to say? He didn't say anything. They just hit him. So to me, I was realizing how shallow people still are, that good looks matter when it comes to a guy doesn't even have to say anything. You know what I mean? And Stock's going, what am I supposed to say? And it's like, that's what freaked me out, is that, God, this guy didn't even have to say anything, and all these women are hitting on him.
And
that's what weirded me out.
And do you really want to be with those type of women, Nightstalker?
I mean,
at the end of the day, I promise you don't, though. I promise you don't.
Yeah.
Not if you're looking for somebody fun and adventurous and to just have a fun time with, and, you know, let them use you a little bit and you use them for whatever, and you don't really want to love each other. I guarantee you're not looking for that type of woman, but you could do that, right? Like adventure partners type women.
Yeah,
But you're
I'm
too
not-
good a dude.
yeah.
You deserve a good woman. You deserve somebody. You deserve some girl that's going to come along and be so into you that she knocks your socks off.
Yeah,
That's what you deserve.
that'd be good. That'd be good.
You got to have the communication though, because my point is that people are still into physical attraction instead of getting to know somebody and really who are they, and that you dig each other because you're consciously connected.
Yeah.
That's what makes it last.
I think it's okay if some people are into physical attraction as long as they're okay with themselves about it and they're into somebody else about it with that. But like, if you're not into that, that's what I'm saying. We're all different. That's what this Aquarius energy is about. This has been a weird Valentine's Day because it's all about owning your unique self. Like when Brent called in, he's owning his unique self, right? But extravagantly, yet anyways, kind of goes overboard in the chat room about it and says some really dirty stuff, which I don't like. I don't like that in there. But at the very least, he's owning who he is, right? I feel like that's going to attract the right things in your life. And when you're the thing with like online dating, and I've learned this too because I've dated people online, is if you suck at texting like I do in communication that way, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time. Like
The thing is, I think I'm
sucks.
good at all this stuff. I think I'm pretty good at this stuff. I don't know. There's some kind of block. Like, I don't know.
I think you're going to be fine. Matter of fact, I think after this show, within the next, I would say, month and a half, you're going to meet your soulmate. We should go to the
That'd be
tarot.
good. Yeah.
Let's go to the tarot.
I think you should just wear your Captain America T-shirt a lot. Because
Hell yeah.
If a woman's interested in that, she's going to say something. If I saw a guy wearing an alien shirt or something like that, I would go up and talk to him. I would totally go up and talk to him.
The thing is, like,
Just
you're
because
saying
he's
that,
wearing-
and I'm replaying so many situations in my head where I think it might have happened, and I think that might have happened, and I just
Really?
ignored it.
I got to tell you, Kat, like, to be honest with you, from a guy's point of view, we want the same thing too. But in this community, I'm to the point where I would almost rather date somebody that doesn't even know what the hell I do or I'm into. Honestly.
Oh no, I wouldn't.
Because no, I'm not saying I don't want them to find out. I don't want to give off that
Yeah,
impression.
but wouldn't you get bored, Joe?
It depends. It depends.
After a
If I
while?
got to know them and they were into this stuff, then no. But from my point of view, it's the reason why I say that is
That's what you're
because
saying.
I've dated people who listen to the show. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
And they have expectations of you that you cannot fulfill.
Yeah.
You can't.
You're in a unique position because you're like a host. You're a recognizable figure. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah,
I'm
barely,
more just
but
want somebody
barely.
who just knows what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Who just like is interested, who isn't bored when I talk about the stuff I like. You know?
Barely, right? Like, but at the same time, you have to be able to like from my point of view, think about guys like Jimmy Church, right? Who have an even bigger audience, or John B. Wells, or Art Bell. Art Bell always dated like Filipino women, right?
You got to figure it out.
He never dated American women. I don't think he had it figured out. I just think
I'm kidding.
I'm just saying, like, I think
Well, he did live in the Philippines.
yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. See, and his wife Ramona was Filipino, and then Aaron's Filipino, right? So they were barely ever a part of his show. You barely got to hear about him or talk to him most of the time. They didn't really, I don't think they cared that much about it. But anyways, I think it's really cool to explore this stuff, right? Because we're in this Aquarius energy, and this is all about accepting yourself. At the end of the day, dude, that's what it's all about.
Thank you, brother.
Now, when you said fulfilling expectations, did you find that to be about money?
Who are you
Yeah.
talking to?
A lot of it's just like I don't think
Joe.
I'm
Do
a
what?
finished product yet. You know?
The finished product?
And, like, yeah, like I don't like I know my flaws, you know, and
Yeah.
I like the thing I just don't want is like I'm a big people watcher, and I just like I read people a lot, and I like you ever noticed that look when like a girlfriend looks at her boyfriend and she just looks kind of like annoyed or disappointed?
Oh yeah, dude,
like,
I've gotten that look a million
I just
times.
like don't want anyone to give me that look behind my back.
Or you see some like it's so like I've seen that for sure.
It breaks my heart.
Actually, recently,
she's
I love you, baby. This, and then when the guy turns his back, they just roll their eyes at him like he's an idiot.
I mean.
Yeah, no.
Or just like he's talking, it's like a big couple like situation, and he's talking, and as he's talking, she's just like staring at his mouth. You know what I mean? And she's just like overanalyzing everything he's saying. I don't know. I don't want to disappoint.
Picking apart your every word, but dude, has this stuff like happened to you? Is that why you're worried about it?
No. I don't know. I never really seen like a relationship where that's like really good, where people really enjoy each other. You know, like.
No.
You know.
Well, I think you're spot on, dude.
I'm confident in myself. Like I think I bring a lot to the table.
I think you do
the things
too.
I don't bring to the table are like I don't have a lot of money, and I don't like have like a super awesome my own place. Like, you know what I mean? That's my living situation is not ideal. So there's those kind of things.
Does that bother you? Do you want to?
That's why I always date people who know me, who it's beyond just superficial.
Right. Does that stuff bother you though? Like,
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying is do you talk about that? I don't have this and I don't have that and I don't have this because you want those things, or you just don't want to be in a situation where that stuff is the only thing that matters?
I don't want her to want it. I mean, not be able to provide it to her, you know?
I know how that feels.
As much.
It doesn't feel good as a man because you can't sit in your masculine energy, and it brings out what it does, because it's done it to me, right? It brings out massive insecurities in you. But the cool thing is, being in that situation will also allow you to see them and heal them, right? Even if all your feminine energy comes up and it completely runs a woman off, take that opportunity to heal that, right? And say, you know what? This isn't what I want. I'm okay with who I am. Like, you're saying that, dude, because I feel like you probably felt that before, haven't you?
Kind of. I mean, back like when I was in college and stuff, and immediately post college, the expectations weren't that high. Like, it wasn't that weird.
College,
like
right?
To not have a lot of money. You know, we were all broken. Like, so we're all on an even playing field. You know what I mean? I feel like I should, as a 31-year-old, I should be farther ahead in my life than I am. You know, so like the first thing people ask is, "What do you do?" And like I've turned the nightstocker into this like character or whatever. And I make it cool by saying I'm the fastest in the world and the best in the world.
Yeah.
But saying I work at a supermarket, you know, like you immediately got to say something else to like buffer it. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude, I don't think you need to be around anybody that's going to just not, dude, have you ever been around that? Like, you should do this, you should do that. There's people that no matter what you do, like there are people out there that no matter what you do, they're always going to try to tell you should do something better. Or that it's not enough.
That's true. That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
And
that's true.
And then they'll justify it and say, well, this is how I care, you know? But then you see what it does to like other people that they do it to, you know?
Yeah.
Like some people just want to be, what do you call it? They just want the connection, the nurturing, the intimacy.
Yeah.
And some people can only give that by judgment, right? By telling you should be this way or have this much or whatever. And they actually feel like that it's good for you that they're doing that.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But
a lot of it's just I'm in my own head. Like it's not like I've been scarred by that before, you know. It's more just like
no, dude. We pulled the Ace of Cups. You're
every
good.
Possible bad scenario, huh?
We pulled the Ace of Cups for you. You're good. You know what you want.
True.
You just don't want to be in another situation where you have to feel. Sounds to me, anyways, where you have to feel that crap again.
Yeah.
Doc, I'd like to share with you that I had an epiphany. I realized, I think maybe it was last year, because my dream is to be with somebody that likes to do road trips, you know, and to you know, like I know what you're saying, where women, oh, well, you know, got to have money, but actually, I was realizing that, you know what, if I had a guy that really had a house and all of this stuff and a good job and all this, working all the time, he wouldn't have any time or ability to go road tripping. And it's so I was thinking, God, it's actually better to have somebody that doesn't own a house, that doesn't have a super demanding job and all this stuff, because then you'd have more freedom with each other and to get to know each other and have fun, you know? So that's what was my epitome. It's like, no, you don't necessarily want a guy that has all that money in a house and the big job and all that, because then you don't have no freedom.
But what does that stuff make you feel? What if let's say the guy was rich enough though that he could have all that stuff and freedom?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Well, he'd have to be super millionaire. But even if you have a lot of money, like a lot of people say, then you have to manage the money. You have to manage the money, and that's a pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's better just to have enough and make the alchemy happen together, where you can go what you want to go do. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, not like really expensive stuff, but I just realized that it's better to have the freedom with each other to not be bogged down by the house and this, that, and the other, because you get the house and all this, and then you're just bitching at each other because you got to take out the trash and this person has to do that. You know what I mean? Then it's like you don't get the time to really love each other because you're managing everything. So all that money is really not a real thing. And they don't know that. Younger people.
What do you think
that
about
they're
that?
looking for that in a guy.
Nightstalker, do you agree with that?
I think that Kat is wonderful and it's going to make somebody very happy.
Yeah.
And I agree with the idea behind that. But also I do have a job and I work harder than a lot of people and I'm so tired all the time, but I just don't make a lot of money, you know?
Exactly.
And I just, so it's
so you're in the kind of the worst position.
It's not like I'm a broke, it's what I'm saying. It's not like I'm a broke nomad, you know? I'm just like a hardworking person that's just like the bottom of the totem pole, you know? And it's just, there's a lot of insinuating circumstances that I have. Like,
sure, well, yeah, we get it. We get it. We've talked about this before several times too.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't have to explain yourself, but even still, bro, in all that situation, I think a girl would be lucky to have you.
I think you're right.
In all of that situation, and you don't get to spend time with them. It's not your job, man, to make them happy. Right? Your job is to add to their life.
That's what I want. Somebody that like has their life and just I can be a wonderful like the icing on the cake for it. You know what I mean? I don't like if somebody's looking for me to like, I don't know, like have this established life that they can come in and like, it's not, you're not going to find it like that, you know, but like I can make your time a lot better. You know?
There you go. Yeah. See, and I really realized that's what you're saying right now is like what I've realized about, I mean, I do have goals and my goals do like, but that right there, what you're saying, I had to go through a lot of stuff and put other people through a lot of stuff just to realize what you're saying right now.
It's tough.
Yeah. That's why you pulled the Ace of Cups out, dude. Right.
Did we do cards for Kat? Kat, do you want
some cards?
Yeah, go ahead, pull a card for me.
Kat, what is it that you're wanting? You ready to meet that person, right?
I'd like to meet somebody that I actually can have fun talking with about the things I like.
Well,
a guy that likes.
Gotcha. The spiff is over, by the way. Like I wanted to do like a voice changer and act like I was this doctor thing or whatever, but I figured the spiff would end.
Do it.
No. It's over.
You could do it.
It doesn't get serious now, you know. It was fun in the beginning.
Well, you got a sexy voice, so yeah, say it to me in a sexy voice.
All right, here we go. What does Kat need to do? Kat's ready to find her soulmate, the person she's been looking for.
I got a good feeling, Kat. You're gonna find him.
So I'm getting in the past, I'm getting the Two of Swords, which is kind of like, it's balance too, but it's also indecision. It's just kind of like, but in the present, I'm getting the Eight of Swords, man. So you're just kind of like going through the motions blindly, right? Like, not saying that you don't know what you want, you definitely do, but you're you're just still moving is what it's showing. Like, I'm just still going to move through this stuff. Even though I have all these thoughts in my head about what I want, I'm just not going to sit here and do nothing. I'm going to move forward. And I think, I don't know, Kat, like you got the 7 of Pentacles. Wait. Yeah. The 7 of Pentacles in the future. Like you're holding something for somebody. You got a surprise or something that you're going to give to the right person. I don't know if it's a whole lot of love, if it's money or something, but you're holding on to something for yourself to give away to somebody if the right person comes along. I really think based on, let me see what the bottom of the deck says. Page of Swords. Yeah. Speak your truth. The Hanged Man. Like, you don't have to be stuck. Just you actually, Kat, you know what? Be the initiator. I mean, you're mature enough in your life right now where you, even on your first date, you can tell somebody exactly what you want. And if you got to go, you don't have to play the games anymore. Just tell people what you want right out front. I mean, everything. I bet you that'll work.
Do you do that already, Kat? Are you straightforward with that with people? You see?
Well, I mean, I really want a road trip. I mean, I've done it, gone cross country many times, and to me, that's when I'm the happiest, is with somebody talking, having a good time, listening to music, and seeing beautiful country and stopping to mystical places. I mean, to me, that I don't like being stuck in a box.
Sounds like fun. I'll go on a road trip with you.
Yeah, that sounds.
That's to me, that's the biggest joy in life. So I can easily say, look, this is what I'm into. Are you interested in doing something like that? And they'll tell you right up front, yes or no. Or can you do that? No. Okay.
You should get into the Harley community. They're big. They're big cross country travelers.
Oh no. A bike?
No, motorcycles are fun for short trips and stuff, but they're not.
My dad went cross country on a Harley a few years ago. It was like his lifelong dream.
Unless you got a gold wing, those things are. I know they don't look as cool, but those things are fun to ride on. Yeah.
My mother has a Harley trike.
So there's got to be if I'm looking at this map right now, Kat, there's got to be somebody listening right now that would say, you know what? I'll go on this road trip with Kat. Where the hell is she?
Yeah, Kat, you're gonna find somebody.
You know.
Of course, you don't want to do it now where most of the country's in a deep freeze, but.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, y'all, don't be afraid. I've done travel across this country like 3 or 4 times during COVID. Don't let COVID stop you. Matter of fact, driving around is way more fun than flying. Flying's a pain in the ass. Even Ryan, I know he's about to go on a trip too, you know, like, and what you guys are describing, I'm literally witnessing 2 people that really dig each other that don't really give a damn about any of that stuff.
And Ryan's living the dream right now.
Yeah, dude, yes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because he, not only did he know,
he was on here talking about his love life.
I know.
Giving him tips.
I know. And we've had conversations and he's decided to make up his own mind and like just go for his own happiness. And he's doing it. And if he fail, you fail.
Oh,
so what? So what? Failure's a part of success. It's part of the journey.
Maybe in a few months I'll have my own version of hope, you know. I'll be happy. Yeah.
I think right now, honestly, while everybody's in this Aquarius energy, I think you should just like celebrate yourself. And if other people want to celebrate that with you, then right on. You know? Yeah.
That's what I've been doing. Just chilling, you know. Lamping, as I call it.
Glamping.
Comfortable in my own self, you know. But just days like Valentine's Day, you know, it would be nice to have that co-pilot, you know. But
yeah, I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
But
I like to go out to I go out to parks and dog parks. I have a dog and stuff, and there's a lot of single people that way. You know, I talk to single people that way. To me, that's kind of the easiest way in this time.
Where at? To dog park?
Dog parks. That's a good idea.
That's a damn good idea.
A dog
actually.
Park or I go to this place. It has dog parks. It has hiking areas. It has all these different areas that you can go, and there's just all different people doing all different kinds of stuff. So I like doing that. I find that's the easiest way to strap a conversation, you know.
What I really wish would be we had a real in-person Fringe Fest. That'd be the real.
Oh, that's gonna happen. Don't you worry your little head, brother. That's gonna happen.
We'll make it happen. Absolutely.
Yeah, we got.
Well, I wish you both well, and I'm going to get off the line. So
I was hoping you would call in, Kat, and give us some of your wisdom. And you know what? Like, go for what you want. And if you swing by anywhere I'm at, and you want me to go on a road trip with you, I'll go with you.
Yeah, just pick us all up on.
Right. I want to go back to Sedona and try John Polk's. He's got those night visions, and he's the only one I know that has like the really best one.
I just talked to him today. It's crazy you're bringing him up.
Did you?
Yep.
Cool,
I want to see what he sees through those, goggles.
Dude, those night visions. That's like proof to me. Like people see stuff every time they use those out there. That's awesome.
Exactly.
I mean, the one time I saw a UFO is when he came to the shack.
Wow.
And Corbin
That's
saw
right.
it too.
He came to see you. Yeah, I think when our star brothers and sisters get closer and closer to us and we get closer to them, I think the love thing is going to change the whole energy on the planet. Because I read once that this planet once had a love energy and then it got compromised, and that's why it's not there. It's really not anybody's fault. It's just what happened to the planet. That archons,
the evil black goo.
They changed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just read about that stuff. So it changed the energy, took out the love. But we're supposed to be going back into the love for this age. So, I think in part of the Star Brothers Sisters and us seeing them better, that type of disclosure is what might bring it on.
Well, there's also a lot of wounds out there too. So keep in mind when you're loving people, there's holes to fill. Take it easy on everybody, right? Like that's another freaking lesson I've learned too. Like take it easy.
We're all going through it. Everyone's going through it.
Yeah, like don't try to get someone else to fix your wounds. Don't depend on them to make you feel good about who you are. And damn sure don't depend on them for your happiness. What you said earlier, Nightstocker, I think is like key, dude. I can add to your life and make it better. Yeah. But I'm not here to make you happy or fix it.
Exactly.
Love
Doctor. I got to say, this is some great stuff.
I got the best advice from my son about women. I was going to end the spiff with this, right? So I was talking to my son about his girlfriend. We were talking, me and my son, we talk about women all the time, constantly. And,
cool.
yeah, I mean, we're like buddies too. It's a good relationship,
Yeah, it's awesome.
Aww.
So here's the thing. He said, I don't understand women, Dad, and you need to quit too. My son will tell me the wisest stuff sometimes, the wisest stuff, right? And he's like, here's the key to understanding women. He said, when a woman tells you something and you want to know what's true, just flip the complete opposite of what they said. That's what's true. And I'm
That's the old George Costanza.
Yeah,
the opposite.
What are you talking about? And right when I said that to him, I was like, that's crazy. And he stopped for a minute and he went, think about it. And I was like, yeah, he's probably right. Like he makes me laugh sometimes, so hard I cry.
The next love doctor going down the pike.
It'd definitely be
That's
him.
awesome. I'm so happy you have that with your relationship with your son like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've been staying up playing video games with him sometimes too. I miss him, but
yeah.
All right. So let's wrap this up. The spiff lasted for about 30 minutes of me pretending to be a know-it-all, but that was fun.
No, I loved it.
That's
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'm not that. Everyone listening, I'm not that sad about love. I'm doing. That
was
okay.
part of the spiff. Good. He was supposed to be like a love stinks attitude. But anyways, tomorrow night, one of our favorite guests are coming on. Alex Sikaris is coming back on the show. Love Alex Sikaris. Also, Joe Gallenberger is coming back from the Monroe Institute, and Matt Landman will be on Thursday. So,
nice.
Pretty cool week.
Matt Landman's a man.
Love you guys, each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was awesome, Joe. Thank you, Kat.
Thank you so much for your support, y'all. Night. Take care. Sweet dreams.
Okay.